With all the things that are going on about the Confederacy and everything else out there, and everyone trying to be politically correct, I guess that would be called not so politically correct this morning, because I want to talk a little bit about what happened with Stonewall Jackson back in the Civil War. You see, early in 1862, he was leading his Stonewall Brigade on a march through very uncomfortable conditions, walking along muddy roads and going through muddy fields. And one soldier once wrote, he said, "At every step someone was cursing old Jackson for taking us on such a march in such miserable weather." But their attitudes changed when Jackson himself rode out amongst the troops, and that same soldier then observed that though the march was hard and toilsome, we felt that he knew what he was doing and that actually it was for the best for us. Historian Shelby Foote wrote that Jackson's goal was to discipline his men and instill in them a spirit of aggressive action. Jackson felt that many bad habits were formed when soldiers were passive and not really working out or doing anything. So he sought to toughen them up and help them develop that feeling of invincibility. And this attitude helped them then, and it spawned their confidence, and it led to many military victories for Jackson's men. In contrast, after Jackson's men won a battle at McDowell, Virginia, the vanquished Northern troops became known as the Weary Boys. They lacked the discipline, they were tired, they expected defeat. And many Christians are like the Weary Boys today. They actually go into things expecting defeat rather than having the great expectations that God would have for them in their faith. So rather than living boldly with confidence in God, they fill their minds with negative thoughts and they feel defeated. So today I want you to do this. Ask God to give you the right attitude. Cooperate when He seeks to teach you with things. Turn and put your faith into action. Don't just sit by passively, don't be negative, and don't assume that you will be defeated, but rather trust in God and stand on His Word and believe Him for the victory, and it will be yours today. This is Pastor Riley, and that's just a thought.